Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Christine with K&C Glitters. Today we're going to do a Christmas marble on a black tumbler. So I've already prepped and spray painted the cup. If you don't know how to prep and spray paint, I am going to do a tutorial on that. So right now I have my artworks already separated. I have 30 mLs of A and 30 mLs of B. And this is, I use Artworks epoxy resin. I have my glitters right here. Everything is K&C glitters. And my mica powders. Everything is from our November mystery box. So the theme is Christmas. And then I also have black, the opal black pigment, and the white pigment from Cast and Craft. It's from Illumilite. Just gonna shake these up a little bit. Let's go ahead and jump on into this tutorial. I'm gonna put a glove on for this process because it can be messy. So 30 mLs of each is going to be a lot, and we don't need this much, but I like to use my extra on molds or anything that I have just laying around. Just make sure you grab it all. Usually you would mix your epoxy very slow to not get bubbles. But for this type of cup, I really am not worried about too many bubbles. So I'm just mixing right now. And I knew that was gonna be messy. All right. I usually don't use wooden spoons either, but all of my spoons are dirty right now. So first what I'm going to do is mix this up, and then I'm going to put a thin layer of epoxy on this cup. Then we're gonna move on over and just fill measuring cups with each one of these glitters, micas, and pigments. Yes, you can use regular acrylic paint if you do not have this. I have done it before. It works just as well. All right, so we have our epoxy mixed, and I'm gonna go ahead and coat my tumbler. And again, you don't need much. I'm just going to make sure the whole thing is covered. And I'm gonna make sure that my tumbler doesn't, just a super thin layer. Make sure you cover the entire cup, the bottom and the sides. And like I said, you don't need a lot. You just need to cover the cup. So I'm just scraping off to go back into this area that doesn't have any. So not quite as much or as less as epoxy method, but not as much as a glitter flow. All right. So I am gonna let that spin for a few minutes just to get all of the entire cup covered. Actually, put just a little bit more on the bottom. And while we wait for that, we will mix our glitters. All right, so I just put out my measuring cups just to add a couple of the colors. All right, so you don't need much, and I'm not gonna pour much. So this one is salted caramel. It's a 1/6/4 cut. Just fill it just a little bit. This is Mrs. Claus. 1/6/4 as well. Alright, and this is Evergreen, also in 1/6/4. These colors are going to look fabulous together. This is Winter Wonderland. This is one of our newest chunky mixes. Well, they're all new. I may even pour a little bit. That was way too much. I was gonna say, might pour a little bit more in that one. That might be way too much. Okay, we don't even need that much, but I'm gonna use this afterwards. I'm gonna just put a little bit of white. Whoop. 1 drop or so. Same with the black, because I do have a black mica. So, ooh, this did not mix up very well. All right, there you go. This is just to kind of get the marble effect going in our, whoop. All right, and I'm gonna need more. Mixing cups. All right, so I'm gonna get a different, we're gonna use this green mica powder. Now these do not have names because we have not named them. We actually just got them in. And you do not need much of those either. And this red is very, 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 very bright. I'm not gonna put a lot of that either. Then we're gonna use this black. This is one of our true black mica powders. This is also new. I'm gonna put everything up just in case I spill something, because that is just my luck. If you join us in our customer group, I do some tutorials in there and I usually mess up. So if you want to see what not to do, join the group and have a laugh with me, because I'm usually messing something up. I do know how to do a marble. I'm just not sure how this is going to turn out. So this may mess up as well, but let's just hope not. So now I'm going to put my gloves back on. Start mixing things up. Pour this epoxy into each one. And again, I don't need much. Just a little bit of black. A little bit of white. Probably gonna put a little bit more in this one, only because I really love that white. I still probably made too much, or even put too much glitter in every one of these. But it's okay. I have molds to fill, so I fill molds and then I give them out as gifts with my tumblers, my tumbler orders. So I have a little bit left over. I'm gonna start with the white. Yes, I definitely have. Whoop, can you see? And I definitely do not have enough in there. So I'm just gonna pour most of that in there. All right, that is beautiful. That is Winter Wonderland. I'm gonna go to this white. This is our salted caramel. Beautiful colors. I knew I was excited for this. And don't mind my nails or my my fingers. I have been spray painting in the dark. I like to work at night, or I can only work at night, really. All right. Let's do another one. I have my Christmas music going in the background. It's exciting. Christmas coming. All right, now my mica powders. And this red is looking a little on the pink side. I may need to do the other one. Yeah. I'm gonna try a different red that we got. Just to use this up. All right, this is giving me more of a red. There's still a little pink hue in there, but that's more of a red than the other one. Maybe it's not. I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna use this to mix this one up. And I probably didn't even need black mica. But because it's gonna be in, is it gonna be in the box? I'm not even sure. We'll figure that out. And this is the Luminolite dye. All right. So I'm just going to take first my white. And then I'm gonna go from finer glitters. I'm gonna do the mica powders first. So you're just gonna start at one end and kind of go down, and not with much. Make sure you get the bottom. So I'm kind of just gonna go into this one, go down to the bottom, and I'll show you the bottom, you know, when we're kind of done. So I'm going to go in with the black Illumilite and just kind of go over the white just a little bit. So I don't want it too white. This is kind of just to give it the marble effect. And I'm just going to keep on going. Kind of do a little bit of, and because I have some white on here, I'm going to kind of go with some separate areas. Alright, so I'm really liking the way that is turning out. Cover up just a little more of that white right here. I don't want a lot of white. Cover some of that up. All right, so then I'm going to go in with the mica powder. So I think I'm going to do the green first. And I just like to go around the sides of what I've already started working with. So I'm going to go on this side. There's no rhyme or reason for any of it. The placement, you can go over top of it. That is a big you can go to the other side. I'm just kind of going anywhere, making sure to hit the bottom too. I'm just going to put a little bit more at the bottom in this section. This green is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to put this one aside. Then I'm going to go for the red. I think I'm going to do the red on the other side. So kind of on the other side of what I've done. So I'm gonna try not to overkill it either. So I do like to do that. But the point, there's no point, but I just like to I kind of like to have something everywhere. But the black spots they don't bother me either. So I am gonna go down here, kind of skip a spot, make sure I hit the bottom, because this is a beautiful mic as well. And it is doing very well. So I'm just gonna do one spot here, going in the same direction, just all the way down. It definitely is a very beautiful red. All right, so I'm gonna set that one aside. And I'm just gonna go in with this black. All right, and I don't need much of this either because there's already a lot of black on the tumbler. Just kind of going in to fill it. And because it looks like there's not much shimmer to this mica powder. Well, there is, but not as much as there would be if it were a color. So I'm kind of liking that. So now I'm gonna go in with some glitter, and I'm probably gonna do the gold first. And this, I'm actually going to use my fingers. All right. So I'm just gonna go in. I really would like the whole tumbler to have glitter, but I'm probably not gonna do that. Although I can. And this is beautiful already. So I'm not gonna put a lot of the gold. Actually, I am, because it's very beautiful. Might be my shining color. And so you don't want to do like a big hump, because it will not move as much as glitter would normally move on a tumbler, because there's not a lot of epoxy. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next color, and that would be, let's do the green. We haven't, kind of lost my green mica powder. So again, I'm just gonna use my finger, wiping that off. All right, so I'm just gonna come in here, and I'm actually gonna use a nickel, because I got some gold in my green. You can use, look, I'm about to dip it in the wrong one. You can use your stick, it's the same thing. And you're probably less likely to get it everywhere. So I'm kind of just, on the bottom, I'm kind of just filling in empty spots now with glitter. So I don't want to mess up, because, I mean, I don't want to put too much of this, because I'm also going to add these other two glitters. So kind of just wanted to gonna give it a swirl effect so that it... All right, so now I'm gonna go to my red glitter, Mrs. Claus. They are getting very thick. I'm gonna use my finger. There's no rhyme or reason to this glittering method. I'm just kind of putting it where I see fit. And I definitely want it to flow a little bit. Kind of just flow. I'm touching the bottom because there's not a lot of glitter down there. That gold is popping, y'all. Now, I'm kind of afraid to use this white, but we're going to do it anyways. And I am going to use a stick because I don't really want too much of this. I kind of really love it the way it is. I'm just gonna fill in some empty spots with the white because ooh, okay. It's going too fast for me. Because I kind of feel like it's going to give off the rainbow color. And that's not what I was kind of going for. So I'm not going to put too much of this white on here. Although the color is beautiful. Just not for this Christmas. Well, I guess I could. Christmas. What are we talking about here? I am going to spread some more white down here on this bottom. Oh, I got black in it. That's okay. Because as you can tell, it is moving. And there's a whole spot right here that doesn't have anything. I'm probably going to go back with the black as well. These kind of remind me of snowflakes. Oh, I should have put some snowflakes on here, but that's okay. I definitely like the way this is turning out. All right, so after you kind of get enough of this, the kind of how you want it, you're supposed to stop playing with it, but we don't know how to stop sometimes. I am gonna let this spin for just a minute, just to see where it's kind of what direction it's going in, and I will be right back. All right, so I am going to do a tiny bit more white in some of these areas, and that was way too much. I'm just gonna take what I have and kind of drag it because the epoxy is definitely still moving. And that right there, that spot. Ooh, no. Girl, let me go back with the black. Black on top of it to kind of get that marble effect back. Definitely. You also want to make sure that it's kind of smoothed out, or you will have a lot of ripples. Putting that much epoxy on kind of makes it a little more chunkier, especially when you're adding chunky on a thick glitter. So I think we're done. We're gonna let this spin for about 4 hours, and then I'm going to do another coat on top. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. I will be active. We will be active in the comment section. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. And I hope you guys have a great day.